Daniel from Team Kuribrohs here, joined with Seb. Seb, what did you do today?
So today I came top 8 of the LLDS Stage 2, and yesterday I came 4th at the UK Open 3.
Cool. Okay, and what were you playing for those two events?
Yeah, so I played the same 40-card main deck of strikers for both of those events, with some minor changes on the side and extra, which I'll point out when we get to them.
Sure. Okay, let's get into it.
So I played 6 monsters. I played 3 Ray and 3 Ash. That's really standard. Then spells, I played 28 of them. So 3, very standard. 2, I still think that 3 is very bricky. 2, again, it's still not a starter card. And then 1. Again, it doesn't do a lot, but it's good enough to play 1. You don't really want to hard draw it. You want to search it. Then more consistency cards. So we have 2 Terraforming for the field spell, obviously. 3 good and 1 Alpha Fusion. This card is really, really powerful. I'm really glad I played 3. Like, it's more than just Upstart. It is extra Spell Engrave, and also just some other cool things on the side. I played Desires in a format where I'm not expecting a lot of Striker mirrors, and I played 1 the entire weekend, technically 2 if you count playing the same guy in Top Cut twice, Alec. But in a format where you're not playing a lot of grindy games, Pod Desires is really good because you want to see your good cards earlier rather than having resources in deck for later. I played Road and Upstart, that's again really standard, and I opted to still main Twin Twisters because I believed that in this sort of metagame there would be enough back row decks where I wanted this turn 1, and I played against 2 Geist, and as I said, 1 Mirror, and some other stuff. Draco, which is obviously all good against that. Then for track cards, 6, 3 Impermanence, which is really obvious, and I decided to play Strike. So this is a card I've never really liked in Striker before, but this weekend particularly, again, I didn't think I'd be playing a lot of mirrors, and I actually don't think it's that good in the mirror, contrary to, I think, what most people believe. I do think it's good against other decks, though, especially when people are trying to kaiju you and think you don't have any real back row, and then you have this. It's really good against, like, Geist and things, because they can't, like, protocol their stuff, they can't spoofing their stuff away when you strike them, like they can when you Widow Anchor them and things like that. It hits Multifaker in hand, which is also really relevant. There are a lot of cool applications of this card, and I think if there's a weekend to play Strike in Striker, this would be it.
Sure. So do you think going forward that Strike is the right card to play, or...?
I think it's very difficult to give any information about going forward because I'm expecting a ban list between now and Milan.
Sure.
And any card choices would need to be made after that list happens. So that was the main deck. It was 40 cards, and it's the same 40 cards both days. Side deck, I played... extra deck, I played 3 Kagari, 3 Shizuku, and 3 Hayate. Again, you'll notice no base. Base is terrible, but I do like having 9, because 9 is like, if you haven't won by the time you got through 9, then you've lost, but you do need 9 sometimes. 3 Nightmares, just because the utility cards, you barely ever make them, but they're there. Cerberus is actually really good against Thunder Dragons, ironically, because once you negate the first thing, it's never something you steal, and then you still have to get rid of it. Bomber, just it's really good. It's kind of like if you steal some stuff, this is a good thing to consolidate into. Borrow swords, you kill people. I play this a lot. So on the Saturday, then the last card of my extra deck is a flex slot. On the Saturday, I played Clara as just kind of a responsive village because I didn't have anything else I wanted to play. And I didn't actually get villaged, but it theoretically could come up. But I don't really like that, and on the Sunday I opted to play Isolde as the Cherries target. And I didn't actually play against the deck I wanted Cherries. The reason I chose Isolde was because I was afraid more of Rongominiad than I was the actual Danger FDK. Because Danger FDK is more variance, whereas Rongominiad has a hard and fast combo. And I also expected more Rongominiad because I'd seen a lot more on the Saturday. I actually played against one and lost against it on the Saturday. And that's the extra. So, side deck. So, this is the other flex slot. So, on the Saturday I played Droll for Danger FDK, and on the Sunday I played Cherries for Rongo. So it's just which FDK I thought was going to be more prominent. Ironically, I actually played FDK round 1 of the Sunday when I didn't have the Drolls, but I managed to go first, and I won that game and then game 2 he went first, but I rolled some dice really well and hit the dangers out of his hand, and he had opened a lot of spell cards, so I won, which was very, very lucky. But it was a balance, because you can't dedicate too much to the FTK because it's not actually that prominent, but obviously you don't want to just lose against it. So I just picked my poison.
Sure.
And I didn't play any Rongo on the Sunday, which was great. So cherries were completely useless. So
there was a lot of Rongo in the room, though.
Yeah, there was a lot of Rongo in the room, but I didn't play it.
Yeah.
Tom played 3. I played 3 Shed Ride. This is for the mirror, mainly.
Yep.
But also can go in against a bunch of other decks. It's kind of a good side for when you don't have anything else to side in the matchup, because oftentimes they'll at least 1-for-1 with this, so that's nice. And then I played 3 Apocryphers, dedicated hate for
Thunder
Dragons. Yeah, the deck is oppressive.
The deck is not fun for Striker.
And it didn't matter because I got even lead, and then I still kept this, and then I got Dinko.
Yeah,
and that was sad. And the other matchups, it was I played 3 Thunder Dragons this weekend, and in the other matchups I had already won anyway because I just had stuff, I guess. Lots of Widow Anchor. And then the last 6 cards in my deck were dedicated for back row hate.
Sure.
So this one's the obvious one, 3 Typhoon. It's just really good against all the things. It's also a hand trap against Striker and it's just Ghost Ogre against Striker and Draco, which is really good. And then this is the bit that we would kind of want to explain a bit. So Pancratops is great. This is has a grave effect. It's the Dino Wrestler field spell. You can banish it when your opponent controls more monsters than you do, and special summon Pancratops from deck. So it meant that anytime I had access to Foolish Goods, I had access to Pancratops, which was really strong. Pancratops did a lot of work.
You can also set this.
Oh yeah, you can
set area 0 and out Secret Village.
Yeah, you can set the secret. You can do all sorts of things with this card.
I mean, they can still strike this.
Yeah. And then this card was really, really good. As I said, like guys have had Draco, I played the mirror. It just outs everything going second, and I really love it. Going forward, I might even play 3.
Yeah.
And that is the deck. Any further questions?
Any final thoughts on the event? Were you happy you played Striker?
Yes. So I was really tempted to play FTK. I'm really, really glad I didn't. Striker has good matchups across the board, but it doesn't have anyone that particularly stands out against, and I really like that in a deck. I think that as long as I play well, I should be winning most of my matches, which turned out to be the case.
Sure.
And I really enjoy the deck. I love Striker so much. And as long as it doesn't get too heavily hit on a potential land list, I see myself playing it again in the future.
Cool.
And then shoutouts to the team, Team Kuribrohs, best team, our sponsor Card Market, and the Bristol boys for traveling with me, Dan behind the camera for just being Dan, and Ping for being very Ping.
Typhon for lending you cards.
And Typhon for lending me this soul that I forgot to bring with me. Thanks very much.
Cool. See you guys next time.